My name is Michelle. I've been married for 10 years. My husband Henry is dedicated to his work and loves his family dearly. He's very fond of children, and sometimes we go out as a family, just a normal family. He also treasures my parents, truly a husband without fault in my eyes. However, I happened to encounter him coming out of a hotel with a mistress. I couldn't believe my eyes, but it was undeniably Henry. The mistress looked younger than me, radiant. So he has someone he loves. That was my first thought. I'm known for being straightforward, as my parents often say that. Maybe that's why my motto has always been to welcome those who come and not chase those who go. When we got married, I decided that if Henry ever found someone else he loved, I would gracefully step aside. Every time a past boyfriend told me he found someone else, I ended things cleanly and without fuss. So, it should be the same this time. Yet, seeing them arm in arm, looking so close, it's true that my heart felt tight. But there, I saw Henry's happy face. Seeing his happy face, I felt a storm raging inside me. And I approached them. Henry, not expecting to meet his wife in front of a hotel, couldn't hide his surprise. "Michelle? Who?" The woman looked back and forth between Henry and me, clearly puzzled. It's natural she would be confused. "Hey. Michelle, this is, well, I've been obstructing your happiness, huh?" Those were the words I found myself saying. "No, it's not like that. There's a reason for this." "It's okay, I'm sorry." As I turned on my heel, Henry was shouting, "It's not like that," but the woman held his arm tightly, preventing him from following me. I started running away from Henry. After a while, confirming that Henry wasn't following me, I stopped to catch my breath. Then I reflected on what had just happened. No matter how many times I think it over, coming out of that hotel means it was an affair. Or perhaps it was serious. If that's the case, it means he chose someone, not me. I began to walk slowly, pondering how things came to this. No matter how straightforward I am, Henry's betrayal still hurts. Up until now, I could decide to break up easily, but being married now, separating is hard. But since he chose someone else, it's inevitable. I kept telling myself, but my vision blurred. Before I knew it, tears were streaming down. Even when I was busy with work, not once did he complain, and he always volunteered to take our child to daycare. When our child fell ill, Henry took time off work to care for him. Even when I suggested a family outing on a weekend, he accepted with a smile. While some husbands boast about providing for the family, Henry never said such things. On the contrary, he was thankful that our combined incomes supported our lifestyle. That's why I could dedicate myself to my work, even start my own company and expand the business. I'm thankful to Henry, so I bought a new house for his parents and gave him more than enough pocket money. My marriage to Henry was very happy. I made time to visit his parents and show them their grandchild's face. Everything was for Henry, who took care of me, and for our family. This lifestyle would last forever. For that, I strive to continue being a good wife. But maybe Henry had some complaints. I've heard that if a husband cheats, it's the wife's fault. Because the wife is lacking, he's drawn to another woman. In the end, it's all my fault. Perhaps he had complaints about me but never voiced them. Without realizing it, maybe I was too dependent on him, thinking everything was fine. If that's the case, then breaking up is indeed for his benefit. If I love him, I should cleanly break up and wish for his happiness. I know this without being told. Yet, why can't this storm in my heart calm down? Why? No matter how much I ask myself, I can't find the answer. I keep walking, and whenever I see a couple passing by, a wave of pain surges within me. There was a time when I too was part of such a happy couple. Where did it all go wrong? Why did it turn out this way? I always put family first above anything else, yet it seems Henry desired to be a man more than he wanted a family. This is a betrayal. A betrayal of the marriage contract. The anger towards being betrayed. But what I feel is not anger, but pain and sadness. And regret for not being able to make Henry happy. How could this be? At that moment, a new storm hit me. What about our daughter? It's not just me who's been betrayed. What about her? She adores Henry as her dad, and thinks living with him is happiness. Yet, he's betrayed her too. Is it okay to forgive him? Should I? Thinking of our child only adds to my pain. Lost on what to do, I reminisce about our married life. Happy 10 years. It's all weighing down on me. If only I could pretend I never saw anything. If only I could pretend nothing ever happened. Wouldn't everything just return to how it was? But, can that truly be called happiness? As the night falls, I head towards the home. When I see the lights of our home, I stop. And for her, waiting there, I've made up my mind. Henry came home late. What had he been doing all this time? Spending a pleasant time with his mistress, perhaps? Waiting for Henry to return, feeling restless, I cooked as usual, fed our daughter, tried to smile so she wouldn't suspect anything, and by 9 p.m., I had put her to bed and kissed her goodnight. Could there have been a more painful night than this? Even when I was too tired to move, no night felt as painful as this. Inside, the storm has calmed, but in its place, there's a gaping hole. A hole that's endlessly deep and pitch black. After my daughter fell asleep, I placed the divorce papers on the table and waited for Henry to return. Seeing the lights of our home, I turned back, remembering when I went to the office to get those divorce papers. I never thought I'd see something like this in our 10th year. I've picked up the pen countless times, but each time, I couldn't write and just sighed. That was until a moment ago, when I finally finished writing my name. And then Henry came home. I greeted him with a smile. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Michelle, about what happened at noon?
He must have been thinking about how to start this conversation. He said it to me as if losing his will. Taking off his coat, placing his bag, his movements were as usual.
That was not what it seemed.
Please stop. I don't need any excuses. It's my fault, after all. I was trying hard to keep my smile.
Why is it Michelle's fault?
Because if a husband cheats, it's the wife's fault, right? Your heart went to someone else because I didn't understand you, right? It's all my fault.
That's not true. And about her.
I'm sorry. Hearing excuses just makes me angry. I don't want to yell or fight. So, let's end this cleanly.
And this? Why?
Because you have someone you love, right? Why should I stay with you when you love someone else? That wouldn't make you happy.
I never wanted to leave Michelle. And we have Sally too. Don't say we should separate.
What are you talking about? You chose her over me and Sally. Yet, you don't want to leave either of us, nor her. Don't you think that's unfair to her? It's sad for her.
No, it's different. It's not that serious with her.
Not serious? That's a lie. I don't know what kind of relationship you want with her. But I think she's serious. I've had you all to myself for 10 years. So now, I'll hand you over to her. I think that's best for both of us. I want you to be happy.
I am happy enough.
Please, sign this. Your happiness is my happiness.
Please, I'm sorry. I don't want to break this family.
It's not about breaking anything, you're just starting a new life. I'm not thinking about breaking anything. Because I love you, I want you to be happy. Please, sign this. I don't want to be in your way anymore.
Michelle.
No matter how much Henry said he didn't want a divorce, or suggested we try again, I had no intention of stopping the divorce. Eventually, even Henry gave up and signed the papers.
I'm sorry, all because I harbored feelings for another woman, you ended up having to write this divorce petition.
It's okay, don't worry about it. Remember, I said when we got married, if you ever fell in love with someone else, we'd part ways gracefully.
I never thought you could actually do it.
I never thought I'd suffer this much either. Deciding to leave you has been incredibly hard. But if staying with me means you miss out on happiness, then it's better we part.
Why can you sacrifice yourself so much? You could have blamed me, vented your anger. It would have been easier for me.
You might find it easier, but I wouldn't make you comfortable by doing such things. I don't want a messy breakup. If you and her being happy means my happiness, then I won't lash out. Sure, I'm not that kind. I can't forgive you for betraying our daughter. Being treated kindly, in this case, only makes things harder.
You care about me that much? Michelle, you're like a goddess.
A goddess? What happens when you betray a goddess? I think divine punishment can be quite painful. But here, the divine retribution isn't coming from a deity but from me, a human. Before we finalize the divorce, I want to know something.
What's that?
Why did you start caring for another woman? What did I do wrong?
No, Michelle, you did nothing wrong. You were a perfect wife. It was just my weakness.
So, I wasn't at fault?
Yeah, if anything, you were too perfect.
Too perfect?
Yeah, you were so perfect that I started losing confidence in myself. Maybe that's why my heart wandered towards something less perfect.
What? That's no excuse. Can you tell me about her? Her name, age, what does she do? Her name is Sally, 35 years old. She works at a cafe. We got to know each other because I frequently visit that cafe. I thought she was cute and started talking to her. One thing led to another, and my feelings for her grew. So, she's quite attractive then. Yeah, exactly. I see, thank you. This high-rise condo, you should live here.
What?
I'll take custody of our daughter, that's enough for me. A property like this isn't easy to come by. As newlyweds, you'd want to live in a place like this, right?
What about you, Michelle?
I'll find another place. But can you give me a week? It'll take me that long to find a new place.
No, you should stay here.
It's too big for me. Besides, living in this place filled with memories of us together would be too painful. I see, okay. Thank you, she'll probably be delighted. Don't mention it. I'll fully support your happiness. I said this with a broad smile. The next day, I went to Henry's parents' house. I apologized to my in-laws, who had always treated me like their own daughter and loved our daughter, for not being able to keep Henry's heart. I'm truly sorry. Because of my inadequacy, I couldn't keep Henry's heart. It's my fault.
An affair. Is that true?
Yes, that's why I got his signature on the divorce papers. I'll be leaving the current condo within a week. Then, he can remarry in time.
Why a divorce?
It's my fault. So, for Henry to be happy, it's best I step aside.
It's not your fault, dear. The one who cheated is at fault. We can't forgive him, but a divorce.
I'm truly sorry for being such an inadequate wife and causing you pain. I earnestly apologized, blaming myself for Henry's infidelity. My in-laws understood and said the one who should be apologizing is Henry. Sally must be devastated. But if that's the case, it can't be helped. Yes, I'll take custody of our daughter. I'm grateful he's letting me. A mother should raise her child. It's better than being raised by a stepmother. Thank you. I left my in-laws' house, knowing I might not return. After leaving, I went straight to the city hall to submit the divorce papers. Then, I started looking for a new condo and moved out of our familiar home within a week. Once I moved, I decided to meet Sally. She must have heard about the divorce from Henry. She appeared before me, looking triumphant. Sally, right? Yes. I submitted the divorce papers about a week ago. They should have been processed by now, so you can remarry. Huh? You're planning to remarry, right? Yeah, that's right. So, why did you want to meet me? Well, I came to inform you about the divorce. I thought it was only proper to let you know directly that you can remarry, in case he hadn't told you. Huh, I knew you were divorcing, but I didn't think you'd do something like this for us. Are you just too nice? Maybe, who knows? But I've decided to support you both.
Why would you support us? I took your husband, didn't I?
Well, yes, one could say you took him, but he chose you. So, I've decided to wish for your happiness. If you're not happy, it would mean I stepped aside for nothing. Huh, you really are strange. She thinks I'm foolish. But who's the real fool here? I don't think affairs are as sweet as she believes.
Do you know what my husband does for a living? His job?
Yes, what kind of work he does. I don't know the details, but I know he was headhunted by a major company and became a manager. Yes, that's right. He's a manager. So, his salary is quite substantial. And you're okay with letting go of a man who earns that much? I've lived with him for 10 years. Now it's Sally's turn to be happy with him. I'm fine with it. Huh, too nice. But I will be taking child support, just so you know. That's fine. After all, he's a manager. I don't know how much you're talking about, but it shouldn't matter much. If paid monthly, won't be a big deal. He could even pay it all at once until the child reaches adulthood. That would sever all ties. That would be helpful. But it's until she graduates from college, not just until she's an adult. That's fine. He should have that much money, right? As for me, I'd prefer to sever ties with you by paying it all at once. Please do tell him that. Sure, I'll talk to him. He listens to everything I say. That's good. Oh, and we've moved out, so you two should live in that high-rise condo. It's perfect for newlyweds, isn't it? He mentioned getting the condo, so I guess we'll be living there. Henry is a kind man and values family, so I'm sure you'll be happy. I suppose so. She looked at me triumphantly again. But if he were truly kind, this situation wouldn't have happened. A truly family-oriented person wouldn't run into an affair over such a trivial reason. She probably thinks she'll be fine. It's not going to be that easy. I'd love to give her a triumphant smile back, but it's not the time yet, so I just let out a small smile. However, she seemed puzzled by my praise of Henry and asked, "Wait, even though he cheated, you're okay with it? If his feelings went to another woman, it's my fault. He said he hated my perfection. It must have been suffocating. What kind of perfection is that, if I couldn't even see it coming? So you blame yourself. But he's such a catch as a manager. Aren't you going to be in trouble letting him go? If you're happy, that's all that matters to me. I value people's happiness over money. Besides, he's given me custody. That's enough for me. You're really odd. Almost like a fool. Are you having a wedding? Of course. I have a friend who owns a big wedding venue. If you want to have it there, you'd normally have to wait months. I can talk to them if you want, it might even get you a discount.
Really? That would be great.
Yes, they have some gorgeous wedding dresses too. It's a once-in-a-lifetime event, so why not go all out? I guess so. We don't need a discount, though. He's a manager after all. But we do want to get married soon, so please help. Let me know when you're planning to have it, and I'll arrange everything. As soon as possible. We can get married any time now. Looking forward to it. You're really a good person, aren't you? I wonder. I hope it's the best wedding ever. That night, Henry called me. Excited about everything he heard from Sally. You're arranging the venue? Yes, my friend owns the venue. I contacted her, and she promised to arrange the best wedding possible. Normally, you'd have to wait 6 months.
It's that booked up?
Yes, it's quite famous. But after I explained our situation, she agreed to make some room for us. Lucky, isn't it? Thank you so much. I really don't know how to thank you enough. It's me who did wrong. It's okay. I'll do anything for your happiness. About the child support, I'll pay it straight away. I can manage that. Thank you. Hearing that gives me peace of mind. Sally is happy, but she also said she didn't want to be tied to the ex-wife forever. So, paying in one lump sum seemed like the best option. I'm glad to hear that. This will make life a bit easier for me.
Yeah. And about the support, it's okay if it's a bit high.
Are you sure about that? Absolutely. All right, just don't regret it later.
What?
Never mind. Seeing the two people I loved happy makes me happy too. 2 weeks later, a lavish wedding was held, and Sally was thrilled with her top-tier wedding dress. Sitting at the high table, bathed in the spotlight, Sally and Henry looked blissfully happy. I, sitting among the guests, smirked at them. After the wedding, as they left for their honeymoon, I thought, now, the counterattack begins. Thinking you can be happy after all this is naive. Indeed, when Henry returned from his honeymoon and went to work, he found a disciplinary action notice on his desk. Shocked by the sudden disciplinary action, Henry rushed to the CEO's office. However, the CEO only said that the chairman had decided on the firing and knew nothing of the reasons. Despite Henry's persistence, it couldn't be overturned. Dejected, Henry packed his belongings and left the company. When he got home, he found a bill from the wedding venue. Opening it, Henry called me. His voice sounded almost like a scream. "Oh Henry, what's wrong?" "It's just, I've been fired from the company."
Oh, that's terrible. I don't understand why I had to be fired.
Really? You don't think you did anything to deserve it? Absolutely not.
I haven't made any big mistakes, and now I'm suddenly facing disciplinary action. The chairman decided, but I can't even meet him to find out why. And the CEO just tells me to leave.
Well, that's unfortunate.
It's not just unfortunate.
But that's.
And now, I've received a bill from the wedding venue you recommended, and the amount is outrageous.
Well, that makes sense.
It was a grand wedding after all. Sally's wedding dress alone must have cost around $80,000. I thought it was quite an extravagant choice.
Yeah.
So the venue's bill is outrageous. And now I'm fired. But there's nothing you can do about the venue. Being fired has nothing to do with it. Can't you get the venue to lower the bill?
That's impossible.
After all, you were already given a friend's discount.
I can't ask for more.
But I don't have the money.
You had the money for such a wedding, didn't you?
When we planned the wedding, I hadn't been fired. And it's not just that. I've also been billed for the condo's rent.
Of course, you would be.
Why?
Because it's a rental.
A rental? I thought we had bought this condo.
Didn't you know? It's a rental.
You got a good deal on the top floor of a high-rise, something you can't usually afford. But I don't need it. It's fine for a family, but just me and my daughter is enough. I had no idea it was a rental. You thought it was purchased?
Yes, exactly.
That's tough.
But there's nothing you can do now.
If you don't like it, just move. But she doesn't want to move. She loves living in a high-rise. I told her we don't have the money, but she doesn't care. Plus, we paid for the honeymoon with a credit card, and the bill will come in 2 months. There's no way I can pay for it.
So, what do you want me to do? It's your expense.
But this isn't happiness, it's misery. Can you lend me the money? That would settle things for now.
I can't do that.
If I lend it to you, I doubt I'll ever get it back. Man, why did I get fired? Because you had an affair. How do you know about that? If that's true, what a terrible chairman. Just for an affair, that's too much.
Well, it can't be helped.
That company doesn't tolerate such actions. Why do you know that?
Simple.
Because I'm the chairman. Are you kidding? I knew you started a business, but the chairman? And why would my workplace be, huh? Did you realize? When you were contemplating quitting your job, why do you think you were headhunted by a completely different company for a managerial position? Because of my skills. That's not possible. I arranged for you to be headhunted.
No way.
But you said you were just an office worker. That company, I founded it. It got on track, and I wanted to focus more on family than work, so I had my aunt's son become the CEO while I became the chairman. I told you I was just an office worker so you could keep your pride and I could take care of our child.
That's ridiculous, so I've been dancing on your palm?
Exactly.
Still, firing me is too harsh.
The one who betrayed you was you. You said you wanted me to be happy. Yes, I wanted you to be happy. Being happy means the shock will be greater when you hit rock bottom. Happiness always has its downside. But since you chose that woman, I'm sure you'll manage. Good luck.
Henry kept repeating it can't be true, but I had a triumphant smile. He kept contacting me to let him return to work, but of course, I refused. After enduring so much pain, why would I extend a helping hand now that I've finally pushed him to rock bottom? No way. Eventually, unable to return to his job and struggling to find new employment, Henry had to take out a high loan to cover the extravagant wedding and honeymoon expenses. Forced to appease Sally, who absolutely didn't want to move, they left the high-rise condo for a shabby place. Sally complained daily, calling it fraud. Meanwhile, Henry found a job at a small factory. Labeled useless by his peers, his pride was shattered. Despite working tirelessly, his salary was only about a tenth of what he used to earn as a manager. He asked Sally to work too, but she retorted, "Don't joke with me. That's not what we agreed on." Eventually, working day and night, Henry became so worn out he needed hospitalization for overwork, but couldn't afford it. Sally, disgusted, divorced him after just half a year of marriage. Now, he lives alone in that shabby place. I returned to work after the divorce. As chairman, working closely with the CEO, we're doing our best. Though the condo is smaller than before, living in a high-rise with my daughter, enjoying the best views, is incomparable.